Spectrum Mobile could save you up to 40% versus what you're paying now. And nationwide 5G is included in every data plan. Plus, Spectrum delivers the fastest overall speeds and has the most reliable mobile service, coast to coast, with no hidden taxes, fees, or contracts. Visit SpectrumMobile.com today. 40% savings based on a comparison of single-line comparable unlimited plans amongst major national carriers as of 1/27/2021. Fastest overall speed, most reliable, based on Nielsen speed test, latest SAC report, and research.
Now, another iHeartRadio COVID-19 vaccine update.
Looking to get out of town this summer, TSA Administrator Darby LaJoy says it's going to get busy.
In addition to ensuring availability of staff to meet increased passenger volumes, both canines and enhanced technology will play an integral role in TSA's checkpoint strategy.
LaJoy says he expects the federal mask mandate in airports and on airplanes to remain in place until at least mid-September.
Get the latest vaccine info now at cdc.gov/coronavirus.
Portions of the following program will be recorded.
Live,
KFI,
local,
AM 640.
and iHeart radio station.
Really everybody stressed, yes, but they press through the mess, bounce checks and wonder what's next. I find my coffee.
Kfi Am 640 live everywhere on the iHeart radio app. Gary and Shannon are coming up next, but this is the last day they're going to be forced to get up early. Handle is back next week. KFI basically returns to normal. So Handle will be back in from 6 to 10. Gary and Shannon back 10 to 2. And ABC's Jason Nathanson will probably join us next Friday. All will be well and right with the world.
Yeah, I'll be up early.
Okay.
I don't get to sleep in.
You know what? I feel you on this one. Did you watch In the Heights and did you love it?
I've seen In the Heights and I did love it. It is the first film that I actually saw in a movie theater in the past 15 months. I went to see it at the Century City Theaters, the AMC theaters there, and had, a wonderful experience. I snuck in my own candy, and it was, the film itself is fantastic. For people who don't know, and I really didn't know a whole lot about it going into it, this is, Lin-Manuel Miranda created this before he created Hamilton. So this came out in 2008 on Broadway. It won Best Musical, and when you watch it, you go, oh, okay, now I see where he got Hamilton from. Because the cadence, the rhythms, the music, everything, it's all the same. It's like watching your favorite band. It's, like you hear Nirvana or you hear the Strokes or you hear somebody and you go, okay, now I know, like, that's them, right? You hear it's their signature sound.
Yeah.
He has a signature sound. So, and it's about the Washington Heights area of Manhattan, in Upper Manhattan, the Latinx community there, their struggles, their dreams, and all of that. And it's a big, bubbly, musical, summer type thing that is just fills you with joy and family and, warms your heart.
And you know what? Even because I think of what we all went through this past year, like you talking about this being your first experience back in the theater, you may want that. You may want to just feel good again.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, sure. I like watching stuff that makes me feel good. We've had a lot of horror movies over the past couple of weeks and series as well. Not my kind of thing. I don't like to be, scared or frightened or depressed or sad when I'm watching stuff for the most part. If it's good, it's good, and I get it. That's fine. But this just leaves you with that great feeling, and I think it's great for the summer. But if you don't want to go to the theater, and that's fine, and I totally get that too. It's on HBO Max as well. And I gotta say, after sitting in the same spot on the couch for 15 months, I like that couch spot.
Oh, yeah.
It's very comfortable.
It's comfy. It's got your, your butt right there in it. It's good.
It's got the indent. It's got, it is set up. So it's sitting in that movie theater seat for a little over 2 hours. I gotta say, it's kind of like going on an airplane. It's just not as comfortable.
No.
But it's nice to see it around people and hear other people's reactions like that. See and hear what they react to. It's funny. Like there was one part in the film where there's kind of a racy comment, and the woman in front of me gasped, and it was just like, really? You're gasping at that? But it's fun to see people's reactions. So, it is nice.
What'd you sneak in?
I went to there's a candy store there, where you can get candy by the bulk, and I went and got all. That's expensive as well, but at least you can pick all different kinds of candies. So that's what I brought.
Oh, you got your own little Jason Nathanson.
Yeah, I got my own mix. Yeah, I got my own mix. So there was some chocolate in there. and there was some sour stuff and gummy things, and yeah, you got a whole mix.
Jason Nathanson, you're great. We will talk to you again, I'm sure. Actually, I'm off next week, but I promise we'll talk entertainment. Well, my family's here.
Oh, well, have a great time then.
Well, thank you very much. You're welcome to come over and help me with the 7-year-old and 5-year-old twins.
Yep, nope, I'll be at home.
Okay, great. Oh, okay, well, scoot your butt over there. I want to get in that indentation, too. I'll probably need it.
You're welcome anytime.
Okay, sounds good. See you later.
Bye.
This is KFI and KOST HD2 Los Angeles. I love how all the people with kids are like, no, you got next week. It's all you. Robin, on the other hand, I may be texting you.
Hey, I'll take them. We got a pool, too. They can swim here.
Okay. Oh, be careful what you wish for.
I know, huh?
All right, what's going on the 5?
Well, in Castaic on the 5 South just before Templin Highway, it's a conked out box truck, and it's blocking the 2 left lanes. It's full of something, who knows what, but it is taking your time right around Castaic brake check area, so that's going to be a slow ride. KFI in the Sky is sponsored by injury attorney SuperwomanSuperLawyer.com. Jeff Boss, San Fernando Valley.
Good morning. Yeah, the whole place is one brake check area, that's for sure. Nobody stalled on the South 405, and please, let's keep it that way leaving the San Fernando Valley if I can get my lips working here. Everybody's okay up and over there into West LA. At the moment, we came flying out to Topanga, a little bit north of PCH. We were watching Los Hills Sheriff's coming here. The problem is actually on southbound Topanga, just a little bit north of PCH. It's a car backwards. It's over to the shoulder. So if you're coming out from Fernwood, just be careful when you start getting close to PCH. You'll see the sheriffs there with their lights blinking and stuff. All lanes are up, and might be a tow truck coming, so just be careful. PCH is looking good. We're headed for Hollywood. Don't go away. Injured in an accident. Visit SuperwomanSuperLawyer.com. Jeff KFI in the Sky.
In Pacoima on the 210 eastbound before the 118, just hearing there's metal debris in the middle traffic lane, so watch your tires. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robin Banks.
This is KFI and KOST HD2 Los Angeles.
Neil Saavedra here. About 3 years ago, my wife and I called American Vision Windows. They installed gorgeous French doors for us, changed the flow of our home, added architectural appeal. The next project they're doing, our kitchen windows. We can't wait. Their work is meticulous. It's outstanding. I recommended them to my brother, Craig, and now he and his family have a lovely window encased patio, added 150 sunny square feet to their home. We all know Bill and Kathleen's story. They had a horrible experience replacing their own windows. They started their own company. Fast forward 20 years later, they continue to beautify homes like mine with personal care, complete professionalism, and attention. CSLB number 778326. Give you and your home the gift of light, warmth, and beauty. Trust the window company my family trusts. American Vision Windows. You'll see the difference. Call American Vision Windows today for that free estimate. 888-226-9908. That's 888-226-9908. Or for specials, visit AmericanVisionWindows.com.
If high ping takes you from first place to last place, you're not a bad gamer. You just need better internet. Get AT&T Fiber and get a ping rate under 11 milliseconds and unlimited data. With 20 times faster upload speeds, AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience than cable. Limited availability in select areas. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT. Speed comparison based on AT&T Internet 1000 wired upload connection speed versus major cable providers. 1 gig service with uploads of 35 megabits per second. Speeds vary, not guaranteed. Restrictions apply. I want to break free.
Ready to break free? Norwegian Cruise Line is back and sailing this summer. Kick back in the Caribbean or take in the stunning sights in Europe. And with our robust health and safety programs, you can cruise confidently. Book today and enjoy 30% off all cruises, free open bar, free airfare, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free. Ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
At Ralph's, we know there's never a good time to run out of fresh. Luckily, our delivery and free pickup make it easy to grab what you need. So whether it's a few extra buns for the backyard barbecue or some miscellaneous munchies for movie night, we make it easy to get back to being you. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
And right now, you'll find more ways to save when you buy 6 or more participating sale items. You'll save 50 cents each with cards. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
SoCal weather from KFI. Sunny today has a range from the low 70s to the upper 80s. We'll be in the 90s through Monday, and then highs inland could be around 100 by Tuesday. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee. This has been your wake-up call. Handle on News with Gary and Shannon one more time. Starts now.
Handle. We interrupt this program to bring you Gary and Shannon.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, please stop.
On the news. Gary and Shannon. On the news. And now.
Shots, 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 shots. Shots, shots, shots.
Everybody!
God, we are really hard up for headlines coming out of the White House, aren't we? President Biden and First Lady Jill shocked fellow guests at their hotel when they emerged in sneakers to have a drink on the patio.
Sneakers.
Were people really shocked?
And by drink on the patio, I think he had a Coke. He's
Wild.
He's somewhere between.
He doesn't drink alcohol.
Somewhere between Kennedy and Pence. That's where he is. What do you mean he doesn't drink alcohol?
He doesn't. I just learned that today. He does not drink alcohol.
I never knew that.
I didn't either.
Jill had a glass of red wine.
That was a big deal with Donald Trump, I remember. So he wasn't involved with that whole beer summit that
No.
Obama had? I thought doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Not how I judge a person.
I wonder if he doesn't drink because he may have drank too much at one
Like
point.
he doesn't drink now.
Right. I mean, I don't know.
Possible. I mean, he's been around for a long time.
No.
Everybody's got a
Joe
lot
Biden?
of history. Yes, I don't know if you knew that. I didn't know. He's going to meet the Queen today, too, my understanding. They have dinner scheduled for later on, I guess.
I thought it was Sunday. Oh, that's a separate event?
I think that's when it's just them, but he's meeting the royal family today as part of the big G7 dinner that they're
Well, he
doing tonight.
better not wear sneakers today.
Yeah, that's
I
not
mean,
What kind of sneakers? Are they those like big clunky white ones with the straps on them?
I didn't see his sneakers, but I saw... Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, they are white, but they've got black toes. But, yeah, they are clunky.
Okay.
They are. She looks like she's in maybe Skechers or something of that nature.
Why are you guys judging white sneakers?
No,
Oh.
I mean,
we're not. That's,
I'm wearing white sneakers this morning.
she was wearing white.
No, I didn't.
They're leather.
Oh.
White leather sneakers.
Okay.
Does that help?
Are they?
Is that real leather?
What's on the upper there? I mean, you got mesh, or is that just leather all the way through?
No leather all the way through.
You're flexible.
My
Look at you throwing that leg up there like you're
Hey.
freaking Nadia Comaneci.
Hello.
oh, great current reference.
Handle will be back Monday.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. All right, Gary Shannon in for Handle. Good morning, John. Say it.
Wow. Well, you're forcing him to say good morning?
Forcing you to be happy.
Good morning,
And
Gary.
Alex is over there too. Good morning, Alex. Say it.
Hi, Care Bear.
It's Friday. Thank you.
Oh, boy.
And Jonesy as well.
Hi, good morning.
Handle on the news lead story.
Up in the morning and out to do.
Stop the music. Stop the music. Stop the music. I am telling you right now,
Yes.
I am going to have to take off my sweatshirt at 7 o'clock when we talk about this.
I don't know why you still have your sweatshirt on. It's 75 degrees already.
It wasn't earlier, but I swear to the ever-loving, whichever higher power you choose want me to swear to or not. This is some of the most ridiculous execution of power that is unnecessary. It blows me away that parents whose kids go to LA Unified School Districts are not rioting in the streets with pitchforks and torches right now. They have reached an agreement, the United Teachers of LA have reached an agreement with the Unified School District for the return of in-person learning. Wonderful headline, right? Great headline. Everyone will still have to wear masks. There will still be ongoing testing for COVID in
Every 2 weeks.
September.
Here's my issue with this story. Nobody's drilling down to where the money is. You gotta believe that there was a big hike, or at least a marginal hike, a bigger hike than they were gonna get. Because they have held the schools hostage for over a year now, and they were not going to release the hostages unless there was more money in that contract for teachers. And I'm not saying the teachers don't deserve to make more money. I know they are handsomely paid. Some people email me right away whenever I say teachers deserve more money. I believe they do deserve more money. I know they're paid well in California compared to other states, but I don't agree with holding the schools hostage to get said money. When you look at the kids who are getting hurt the worst, and they are the poor kids, they are the kids in broken homes, in homes where there may be domestic violence,
Right.
and all of that.
Listen, a headline just came across from ABC News, and this was a discussion, this was from numbers from the Department of Health and Human Services. The number of kids across the country, obviously forced to leave their classrooms because at the time we didn't know what was going on, has led to the disappearance of thousands and thousands of students who, A, never logged on because they couldn't, wouldn't, whatever, and never reappeared when classrooms reopened, whether it was in the fall or in the spring. They're gone. Those kids are gone. You are not going to get those kids back on track. And this idiocy where they're going to say, oh, but we have a welcoming environment as long as you sit 6 feet apart from your classmates, you continue to wear a mask because we're going to tell you how scary things are going to be. That is not a learning environment for any child of any age. And these morons that continue to do this and then try to tell us that this is good news, it's unbelievable. I wrote on Twitter last night. I have a quick question about Twitter, too. I wrote on Twitter last night, using power like this simply because you have that power is the epitome of evil. You are not allowing parents to make the decisions for their children here. You are completely taking away their autonomy. Quick question. I mistyped it. I left out a word from the original tweet, and I think that it really pisses me off when I see somebody do that. Should I go back and edit it, or do I just leave it the way it is?
Just leave it. Did you have extra coffee?
Yeah, what's going on?
No, just still. I'm still at 1. I'm at 1 right now.
You're fired up, man.
Now I'm hot.
Take your sweatshirt off.
Sweatshirt off already.
All right.
Speaking of money, LA and Orange counties are getting $50.1 million, but this is just a quarter of what the entire state's getting. And this is all for COVID relief. Now, they say, though, that the money is supposed to be used, it's federal money, that's supposed to be used to improve and increase testing and contact tracing among populations that are at higher risk.
Good timing on this money.
It's going to be July of 2021.
Yeah.
When vaccinations have hit a kind of a plateau, if not on the decline.
This should have been last year. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
We're catching up. Ooh.
Do you know where that money could be better spent? Anywhere. All right, well, we will continue with Handle on the News coming up next. A guy named Tony in California is benefiting handsomely from getting vaccinated.
I know a Tony.
I'll tell you about it when we come back.
Be a tiger.
Stop it, Jennifer.
Jeepers.
Stop it. Stop
I
it
went to
right
bed at
now.
12:03. Don't judge me.
Oh, and the family's
Your
here.
alarm goes off at 12:45, doesn't it?
Gary and Shannon will continue. Jennifer Jones-Lee has the news.
California's high-speed train is getting back on track. Governor Newsom says the government reached an agreement to restore nearly $1 billion in federal funding. Travel between the U.S. and U.K. is a step closer to restarting. President Biden and the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson both want to reopen borders as soon as possible. And the billionaire space race is on, yet Jeff Bezos announced that he and his brother would be on the first crewed flight of Blue Origin on July 20th. Well, now Virgin Galactic founder Sir Richard Branson says, I'm going to do a test flight to the edge of space on the 4th of July. We've got a stall on the 605 with the Kfi in the sky next.
Get sizzling solar savings now with Semper Solaris, your local veteran-owned solar and battery storage contractor. Being veteran-owned matters. Here's veteran, founder, and owner Kelly Shawhan.
In the military, when you give your word, it's just as your word. Work hard and keep your word. That's what we do every single day. Everybody did exactly what they said they were going to do, and that really impressed me. I've heard about Semper Solaris and found out that they were veterans, so I knew they were going to do the job right.
Declare your energy independence. Choose solar panels made in America. We get the job done right with esprit de corps and honor. Add Tesla Powerwall and prepare for blackouts. Grab the federal 26% solar and battery tax credit. No interest or payments until 2022. Call 877-211-5591. 877-211-5591. Or visit sempersolaris.com.
26% federal tax credit based on eligibility. Consult your tax advisor. Cannot be combined with any other offers on approved credit. New customers only. Some restrictions apply. Expires 6/30/2021. CSLB number 978152.
After all the time spent in our houses this past year, the time is now to
get outdoors, the all-new Avello Airlines is inspiring travel and flights starting as low as $19. Visit AvelloAir.com and choose your adventure. AvelloAir.com. Restrictions may apply. Visit AvelloAir.com for details.
SoCal weather from KFI, sunny with highs low 70s to the upper 80s. This report is brought to you by Avello Airlines. From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, we make it easy. We've got a stall on the 605.
Looking at Seal Beach on the 605 South connector to the 405 southbound. It is a stalled car on that transition road. Kind of a fast, quick change you have to do here on the 605 to the 405. So just use caution. A little bit of slowing as you head up to that scene. KFI in the Sky is sponsored by injury attorney Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff Vaughn, trouble on the 10.
Well, sure do. We got a problem coming out of the East LA interchange. Let me put it this way. Everything that comes into the East LA interchange and then leads you to the West 10, the Santa Monica Freeway, is backed up pretty solid now. The problem is westbound, right at Alameda, the entire middle of the freeway is shut down. Looks like the drivers of a couple of cars and fire department got the 911 dispatch, so it's only the left lane and right lane open. Again, everything coming out of the East LA interchange going into West 10 is just all clogged up. However, once you get past Alameda, that's not too far. It's less than a mile right now from East LA, from the interchange. Out to the west, everything is good. Even the eastbound side coming off the beach all the way into downtown Los Angeles looking good. And as promised, look at the Hollywood Freeway. It's great, right down to the 4 level. No problems. Internet and accident, visit Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff Ball, KFI in the Sky.
The Alto on the 10 westbound just before Sierra. It's a vehicle fire in the 2 right lanes, so expect that jam up at Cedar. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robin Banks.
This report is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. Ready to buy a new home, but don't know where to start? Rocket can. Check out the Rocket Mortgage Homebuyer's Guide for articles, tips, and tools. When you need your mortgage to fit your family and budget, Rocket can. Rocket Mortgage.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp. So, what did you do during the last power outage? My guess is not much. Because the power was off. Yeah, nothing disrupts your life, your comfort, even your safety like a power outage. And the power companies have spoken. Outages are the new normal. So here's my advice. Set up your home with a permanent emergency generator from my friends at Duffy Power, and it never has to happen again. Duffy is Southern California's generator experts. KFI trusts Duffy with our generators, and so should you. And with 0% interest financing and payments as low as $72 a month, your emergency power is totally affordable. From the largest commercial systems to your unique home, Duffy Power will make sure your life, your comfort, and your safety won't be interrupted during the next outage or all the ones after that. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say Duffy Power. Pound 250 Duffy Power, or find Duffy on the web at duffypower.com. That's DUTHIE power.com.
Don't spend more than you have to on your mobile service. Spectrum Mobile could save you up to 40% versus what you're paying now, and nationwide 5G is included in every data plan. Plus, Spectrum delivers the fastest overall speeds and has the most reliable mobile service, coast to coast, with no hidden taxes, fees, or contracts. Visit SpectrumMobile.com today. 40% savings based on comparison of single and comparable unlimited plans amongst major national carriers as of 1/27/2021. Fastest overall speed, most reliable, based on Nielsen Speed Test, latest SEC report, and route metrics.
Every weekend, Metrolink now takes families to destinations across SoCal for only $10 for adults, and the kids ride free. Kids ride free weekends means Metrolink is the easy way to get the whole family to LA. For times and destinations, visit MetrolinkTrains.com.
This week at Grocery Outlet, stock up on Thomas Farms 93% lean grass-fed ground beef, just $3.99 a pound. Also, assorted varieties of Pillsbury dough are buy one, get one free.
Hey, it's Jennifer Jones-Lee. So I know we're all ready to get back in the air to go see friends and family or just have some you time far away from that home office of yours. So why let anything stand in the way of that? Soon you'll need a federal form of ID to fly within the U.S. like a real ID. Stay ahead of the curve by applying for your real ID now before the rush. Trust me, doing it now means you won't have to wait longer at the DMV later. Start the application and upload your documents to the website, CaliforniaRealID.org, and you'll save yourself a lot of time getting that cool-looking little bear and star on your license.
In 2007, Marine First Lieutenant Travis Maney was killed in Iraq after saving his wounded teammates. Travis's legacy lives on through the words he spoke before his final deployment. If not me, then who? Words that today fuel the spirit of Travis Manning Foundation. And through TMF, these words can live in you too. Show the world what you're made of. because character is invisible until it's not. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans, families of the fallen, and inspired civilians at travismania.org.
At Loan Depot, we know home means everything. As America's lender and the official mortgage provider of Major League Baseball, we provide mortgage solutions that are personalized, convenient, and fast. With rates as low as 1.75%, APR 2.157%, now may be a great time to explore your cash-out refinance options. Give us a call at 866-888-LOAN. Rate subject to change, 2.421% fee to receive this discounted rate. Offer cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 174457. Licensed in all 50 states.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp. Do you know about Aldic Home? You should, because the finest source of utterly lifelike silk flowers and trees in the country is right here in our own backyard. Here's a confession. I look for any excuse to visit Aldic, especially when I need a finishing touch that will make all the difference in a home. Aldic's 24,000 square foot showroom, nothing short of magical. It's creative, it's inspiring. It's the kind of place you just don't want to leave except to bring some of the magic home. And if that wasn't enough, Aldic now has the most beautiful patio furniture. Teak, weatherproof wicker, extruded aluminum. Get this, all made to order to your specifications in over 140 fabrics and colors. See it, sit in it, and then don't settle for anything less than Summer Classics furniture at Aldic Home. No matter where you live, your home and your patio deserve a visit to Aldic. Find Aldic Home on Sepulveda Boulevard in Van Nuys or on the web at aldichome.com. That's ALDIK home.com.
KFI AM 640.
An iHeart radio station.
24-hour news. More stimulating talk.
Gary and Shannon, KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. In for Handel today, but on Monday, Handel will be back sitting in his normal chair. We'll be back on at 10 on Monday.
Leaders from the group of 7 industrialized nations are set to commit at their summit to share at least 1 billion of the COVID shots with struggling countries around the world.
They're doing sort of a meet and greet photo opportunity as Prime Minister Boris Johnson and his new wife are greeting these different leaders from the world. Here comes Angela.
How do you pull her?
He's crazy, and maybe that's attractive in Britain. I don't know.
His hair.
His hair
It's
is
the hair.
That's you think that was the magnet that
I think
drew
so.
her
I
close?
think she was like, how does that happen?
Kicking the coverage big time there.
Justin Trudeau was just up there, the Canadian Prime Minister, and did this thing where he walked all 100 yards or however long they're walking on this weird boardwalk, and then put his mask on, and then did the elbow thing, and then walked away and took his mask off. I guarantee you, everyone there, everyone that might be there, every reporter there, every cameraman there, everybody is vaccinated.
I was on the golf course yesterday out in Dwarty.
Not to brag.
And I played with a couple of guys, and one of the guys' names was Steve. And Steve said, "Nice to meet you, I'm Steve." And he shook my hand.
Whoa.
And it was the first handshake I've had in like over a year, and I almost cried a little bit. I wanted to embrace the stranger named Steve. Thank you for that handshake. Like, yes, we can shake hands. We are all vaccinated.
You mentioned Steve. I got an email from somebody named Raina who is on Waikiki Beach listening to us as she's walking down the beach early. I mean, it's, 3:30 in the morning in Hawaii.
What is she doing on the beach at 3:30 in the morning?
I don't know. What do people do on the beach at 3:30 in the morning? Put out the bonfire? I don't know.
I don't know. That's great, though.
All right, we continue with Handel on the news.
And a guy named Tony. Not Tony the Tiger, Jennifer. This guy is out of Sacramento, and he was one of the Vax for the Win vaccine lottery winners that Governor Newsom announced last week.
He said it's been a rough year and a half for me, for everyone else out there, so it's nice to have this extra money come in.
I was listening to Mo and Joe the day that Newsom got out his Wheel of Fun and carried on for over an hour. I mean, listen, the Gettysburg Address was 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's do better. Let's just get the message out and move on with our day.
The next drawing is today, as a matter of fact. They're going to give away more money. 6
People in Southern California arrested and charged with the insurrection of January 6th. One of these guys is a guy from San Clemente, Alan Hostetter, who also happened to be the police chief in La Habra at one point.
Oh, wow.
He was posting videos on a YouTube channel, one in November where he drove from California to D.C. He said in the video, quote, "Some people at the highest level need to be made an example of with an execution or two or three." Yeah, that'll come up, I assume, in court.
You know what I immediately thought, too, was if he's the ex-police chief of La Habra, there is some attorney out there who had some client who he's going to say was wronged while this guy was in charge.
It's possible.
And then we're going to see a whole nother little road come out of this. California Democrats have said, yep, we'll cover the $215 million for the recall election. But they also want to hold this a little bit sooner. I think most people assume that there's going to be a recall election. Like, we're there, it's fine. But I don't think most people assume that Governor Newsom will actually be out.
I love JoJo in the morning. Sorry.
Smile on her face. And that's the unknown right now. We knew the state was going to cover the costs. That's what they do.
Yeah.
But when? When do we get an election? Because the timing of it will impact how people feel about the governor. I mean, imagine if schools go back in session, whether it's late October, early September, and everybody's still wearing masks, and there's still a bunch of kerfuffle about kids going back to school the way they should be. And then, within a couple of weeks, we've got a recall election. That's going to weigh heavily. If we wait until November, or beyond that even, it's going to be, that's better for Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
Speaking of recall news, Caitlyn Jenner is rounding out her platform. She says that she feels like she's the face of the Republican Party for the future. And she says right now we're spending billions on a high-speed train to nowhere. Take some of that money, go down to the border wall, and completely finish on state land.
Interesting.
How much of John and Ken does she listen to, you think? Was anyone else just picturing her in Malibu, like in a robe, listening to John and Ken, like looking at the beach?
A little glass of Cabernet or something like that?
And she's like, yes, John!
Well, to her point, the federal government did reach an agreement to restore $1 billion in federal funding for the bullet train. This is the one that Donald Trump's transportation department said, we're not going to give you money for nothing, and canceled the $1 billion. They have now restored that, thank God, for Pete Buttigieg. So we can throw $1 billion into a giant hole in Bakersfield.
And when we were talking about the wall, Governor Abbott in Texas has already said, you know what, we want to build a wall. So maybe she's listening to Johnny Ken and Governor Abbott.
Maybe. All right,
She's well read.
We'll come back. More handle on the news coming up in just a few minutes. First, an update from Jennifer Jones-Lee.
A judge has dismissed an ACLU lawsuit that called for half of the inmates in OC to be released because of social distancing concerns during the pandemic. The ACLU says the suit was still a win because several lives were saved when the jail population was reduced to a 10-year low. The OC sheriff says staff was able to control outbreak conditions without being forced to release dangerous inmates and risk public safety. Legal advocates in OC want more pro bono lawyers to step up and handle the spike in calls for domestic violence legal assistance.
We desperately need volunteer attorneys.
Human Options Legal Advocacy Program Manager Sarah Bimmerwald says since January they've had more than 400 calls for help, which is typically the number they'd get in a full year.
Obtaining a restraining order is one of the most important things that survivors can do to increase their safety.
She says there was not only a spike in relationship violence during the pandemic, but the courts were closed.
There were incredible barriers for people who are less familiar with technology, for non-English speakers.
She says training and case support is available for lawyers without domestic violence experience. In Orange County, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
More than 10 million containers have been shipped through the Port of LA this fiscal year. Mayor Garcetti says that's the first time such a feat has been accomplished in the Western Hemisphere.
And by the end of the fiscal year, we expect the port will have processed more than 10.8 million TEUs, another record on top of this record for the Western Hemisphere.
The shipping volume spiked this year as online shopping surged during the pandemic. Well, the group putting on next year's Super Bowl in L.A. has honored 56 organizations it says are making a difference in Los Angeles.
The groups have been selected for the Super Bowl's Legacy Program, which gives $10,000 grants to winners. LA Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford says he can't wait to get to know the group.
For me, the biggest thing is I'm just so impressed. I'm obviously new to the city, but impressed at the impact that these groups have had.
The groups focus on different needs, including youth development, economic opportunity, and social justice. Claudette Stefanian, KFI News.
And pet experts are warning people against letting their dogs eat too many cicadas because the cicadas can make the dog sick. The American Kennel Club says bugs are not toxic and full of protein, but their exoskeletons are hard to digest. Overeating the bugs can lead to throwing up, diarrhea, tiredness, and loss of appetite. Let's look at your stall on the 210.
On the 210 westbound just before Azusa Avenue, a stalled tanker truck here. It's blocking the third lane from the left, so that's creating some volume for your drive right around Grand. KFI in the Sky is sponsored by injury attorney Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff Baugh, there's a wreck on the 10.
Oh boy, is there ever. Still not fair here on a Friday morning. Listen up. Everything coming into the East LA interchange that leads you to the West End is backing up severely, especially going West 60 to West End. The problem is West Santa Monica and Alameda. Someone's hurt here. They're hurt badly, too. City Fire showed up. CHP showed up. They blocked all of the lanes except for the two right. So, again, the backup circle lane is West 60 is then backed up, almost to the 710. So, long delays coming through here. If any good news, once you get past this and going out to West LA, the drive is real good. The eastbound side looking good from the beach, actually, all the way to East LA. We're going to go out to 60, so more on this all coming up. Don't go away. Injured in an accident, visit Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff Baugh, KFI in the Sky.
Vehicle fire in Fontana on the 10 westbound before Sierra. It's the two right lanes that are blocked here. Your drive is getting heavy right around Cedar. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robin Banks.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp. Summer is here, and as the weather gets warmer, we all start reaching for more water. But instead of plastic bottles, how about just fill your favorite glass with filtered water from any tap in your house? With a LightSource whole house water system, every faucet flows with clean, delicious water. No maintenance, no filters to replace, no tanks to exchange. And if you have hard water, they can help with that too. LightSource removes the odor and taste of chlorine without using salt or chemicals. Your hair, your skin will thank you for bathing them in filtered water. So have LightSource create a customized water solution for your home, direct from the factory that has served Southern California for over 37 years. Everything is U.S. made with installation and support for the life of the system. And if you're looking for a great new career opportunity, LightSource is looking for you. Call LightSource today for full service and full confidence in your water. 800-334-5009. 800-334-5009 or visit lightsourcewater.com. LightSource Water. Taste and feel the difference.
SoCal weather from KFI. We've got a sunny, warmer day ahead. Temperatures at the coast will be in the low 70s. We'll be in the upper 80s inland. Inland highs will make it into the 90s this weekend and triple digits by next week. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee.
Thinking of buying a house and want a really low interest rate? Owning has a special for home purchases, where Owning pays all your closing costs, and the rate in APR is an unheard of 1.875% for a 15-year fixed mortgage with 20% down. This is the craziest low rate for a mortgage with no closing costs that Owning has ever done. 1.875% rate in APR. Heck, we're almost paying you to live in a new house. Call 833-2-OWNING or go to owning.com to see if you qualify for this crazy low 1.875% rate. That's a fixed rate loan at 1.875% with no closing costs. Call 833-2-OWNING now because 1.875 could go away at any time.
NMLS 2611, licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act. Subject to credit approval. Offer assumes the use of Lender's Choice Escrow and Title Services. Call 823-858-0066 for terms and conditions.
That's 833-2-OWNING or owning.com. 833-2-OWNING or owning.com.
The French creative fries, pissing, poodles. The Hamptons perfected relaxing, beaching, partying. We took both and made the world's favorite rosé. Born in France, raised in the Hamptons, made just for you. Hampton Water, make a splash. Rosé responsibly. Hey, California, did you hear about the big vaccine incentives program? You Call the Shot California gives $50 incentive cards for things like groceries or shopping at your favorite small business to the next 2 million Californians who begin and complete their vaccination against COVID-19. Make that vaccine appointment today at myturn.ca.gov or call 833-422-4255. Get vaxxed for the win, people. It's a win-win for you and California. Vaccinated Californians ages 12 and up are eligible. Visit covid19.ca.gov to learn more.
This week at Grocery Outlet, stock up on Thomas Farms 93% lean grass-fed ground beef, just $3.99 a pound. Also, assorted varieties of Pillsbury dough are buy one, get one free.
Have a plumbing, water heater issue? Call the Smell Good Plumber, 800-446-MIKE. For official rules and more information about contests on this station,
Go to KFIAM640.com/rules.
Live and local.
KFI AM 640.
An iHeart radio station.
Gary and Shannon, Gary Hoffman, Shannon Farron in for Bill Handel. KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. Bill Handel will be back Monday morning bright and early. Make sure to set your alarms for 6 a.m., 5 a.m. to hear Jennifer Jones-Lee and Wake Up Call. But, yeah, he's going to be roaring back Monday morning. We will be back in our home of 10 to 2.
Okay, at 7 o'clock, I took my sweatshirt off. At 7 o'clock, we're going to be talking about the teachers union here in LA and LA Unified reaching this agreement to fully reopen classrooms in the fall. It's a complete lie, but hey, it makes a great headline, and we'll talk about it coming up at the top of the hour. Meanwhile, we are in the middle of Handle on the News. The Department of Justice apparently tried to find who was leaking information, and they concentrated on the House Intelligence Committee. 12 people connected to the Intelligence Committee eventually had their records opened and shared, including Chairman Adam Schiff, who was then obviously the top Democrat on the committee. Eric Swalwell was on that committee as well, the second member. The records of aides, former aides, and family members were also seized, including one who was a kid. And there were questions about who was leaking information related to the Russia investigation and other national security matters. So the Department of Justice is trying to crack down on the leaks that were coming out, they thought, from the intelligence committee.
Eric Swalwell was on the list.
Damn right he was.
I know you've been dying to break into his record.
Yeah, I should really miss him on the presidential campaign. What's he into? Well,
Governor Newsom has called out opponents of gun safety reforms and has appealed a federal judge's decision that ends California's assault weapons ban. So you saw Rob Bonta yesterday, California's Attorney General, file this appeal. He said it was to protect the safety of Californians. And the attempt is to reverse last week's decision by a judge who said the three-decade ban on assault weapons is an unconstitutional infringement on the rights of California gun owners.
That judge compared an AR-15 to a Swiss Army knife, which got all of the liberals in California all up in arms. Get it? I didn't mean to do that, and I apologize.
Gavin Newsom made this announcement. He joined the Attorney General making the announcement at Zuckerberg San Francisco General Hospital and Trauma Center, which is a leading facility for treated gunshot victims. But I would love to know how many of those gunshot victims were shot with what the state would consider an assault rifle in San Francisco. Not many.
How many were shot with guns that were licensed?
How many, or guns that were legal? Or guns that were already illegal, and they weren't supposed to have in the first place.
Well, it looks like a man went overboard from a Catalina ferry. This was just before 6 p.m. yesterday, 3 miles off the coast of Long Beach. Multiple boats and a dive team were assigned to search for the guy. People saw him go over